Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Moyna Bass Fishers. I am Jim Moyna, the Director of Human Resources here at Moyna Bass Fishers. In this video, we are going to talk about Leech Lake and the 2025 Bassmaster Open. Basically, my practice. Okay, we've had 3 days to practice. Today's the off limit day. It's actually like 11 o'clock at night. I need to get to bed. I can't believe you call it the off day, but it's anything but off because I've been going at it all day. I mean, for example, well, first of all, it felt great all day because I had like 9 hours of pretty much uninterrupted deep sleep last night. So that was amazing. That was just amazing. I love that. So, but as soon as I got up, um, I've been going all day long. Uh, get up, shower, eat. Then I had to bring my boat down to the service yard, get have a couple discussions with some of the technicians, have a couple things get looked at. Um, and then after that, I had to run to Walmart up in Bemidji to do some promotional work for Richford Foods. Get back, then I got to come back, go to registration, which doesn't take long, but it's still another thing to do. Then come back here, have a little something to eat, and then basically I've been working on my fishing gear from about 3:30 until now. And I don't know why it takes me so long. I mean, I really don't, but I'm so ready. I got backups to my backups. So things are all set there. Like, for example, um, I'm going to be doing a lot of drop shotting. So I pre-make drop shot rigs, and that takes some time. So I got several of those pre-made, and that way I don't have to do it, you know, in the boat, because the way I do it, it's kind of, I mean, I'll have to do a whole video on just that probably someday. But anyhow, there's just so many things to do, to address, to take care of, and then here I am, 11 o'clock at night, doing this video. So, but okay, let's talk a little bit about the strategy now. Um, what did we learn from last year? Okay, I learned that it's nice to have largemouths as a backup plan. You need smallmouths to win. Okay, it's an all smallmouth. The winner's going to have basically all smallmouths or mostly all smallmouth. So that's what I'm here to win. I'm so far out of qualifying for the EQ bonus tournaments this fall that I don't have to play it safe. I can just go for smallmouth. Either that, it's either smallmouth the win, or you fall short, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if I have to, I'll go largemouth fishing. But anyways, I went hard after. I probably spent maybe a third of my practice, or not, probably not even that much. Maybe 25% of my practice on largemouth, but the rest was on smallmouth. And I really didn't. I feel like I really didn't uncover a winning smallmouth pattern. For some reason, I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't catching that many of the big ones. It seemed like I was catching mostly the smaller ones, and by smaller I mean like 2 to 3 pounders. Whereas, I mean, you can do that with largemouths. It'd probably be a lot more reliable. I caught a few, a few of the big ones over 4 pounds, but probably could have done just as well largemouth fishing as that whole practice time. Which leaves me kind of, for tomorrow, it's like, gosh dang, But I'm going to go for the smallmouth tomorrow. Pretty hard. And I get a little extra fishing time because I'm one of the last flights to check in, which is nice. It's supposed to be windy, so getting around the lake's going to be kind of slow. So having extra time is nice tomorrow. So I was hoping for a mid number or a late number, and I got a late number. So I'll take it. It just means I got to catch them quicker uh, on the second day when I have an earlier check-in. So the strategy, and I tried hard for smallmouth. Dang it. I tried different patterns. One thing I learned last year was some of the big smallmouths were caught pretty shallow. And I fished a lot of shallow water out here this week. Um, I didn't catch any bigger fish. They were the same size. And I fished deep, same size. I mean, no matter what depth I picked, I caught the same size fish, it seemed like. So that was interesting. What else did I learn last year? I think I'm going with a different bait selection this year from last year. Last year, the way it went down for me is I had smallmouth. I dedicated to smallmouth till about 2/3 of the way through the day, and then switched to largemouth to fill my limit. And then any extra time at the end of the day, I'd go back and smallmouth fish. And I finished in the money last year, like 33rd or something like that. So it wasn't that bad of a strategy, but the problem is this year is my backup largemouth program is not really there. I had a great backup program last year. This year, it's just not, I couldn't get it going. So I'm kind of without a good largemouth backup program, which is okay. If I want to go all in on the smallmouth, that's what you got to do to win out here. So we'll see. I mean, there's some largemouth stuff I could look at, but I just don't think I'm going to be doing that. We'll see. Anyhow, so that's a big difference from last year. And this year, what can I do different? Well, I got different baits. I'm not going to exactly talk about what those baits are, but it's different. Last year, I know I had a lot of fish swim up to my bait and not eat it. That's going to happen again this year, but I'm hoping they're going to be more inclined to eat what I'm offering them. And I'm not saying it was a drop shot. I'm not saying if it was a Ned rig or a weightless bait. I'm not going to say what it was. If you look at my video from last year, I probably did say what I was using last year. But it was frustrating seeing all those fish swim up to my bait. And a lot of them, I really doubt they're walleyes. There are a ton of walleyes out here. So you got to kind of get good at deciphering what's a walleye and what's a bass out here. To me, it's mostly on behavior. The way they position, and then how they position, how they react to a lure, and how they react to each other is another thing. So, anyhow, it's gonna be a challenge getting a limit, but if I can catch, what I need to do is I need to catch like 8 fish and then have three opportunities to call, and that should give me a good weight. And if I can do that 2 days in a row, that'll give me a check, and I can be on my way. Happy, because checks have not been coming to me this year. It's been a rough year. Next. So I guess that's about all I really want to talk about. That's all I really got to say is my backup largemouth pattern ain't there. It doesn't really need to be anyways. I'm just fishing to win. And I'm going to go for the smallmouth. and I don't know if I'm going to catch them or not. The bites are hard to come by. If you catch one an hour, that's good. So anyhow, that's about all I got to say. Over and out.